Hi, welcome to the latest reading on my channel, which collective general reading. My name is Cynthia. Thank you for being here. I gotta try to make this one quick. I've got company coming over, and I don't want them to feel weird if they arrive and interrupt the reading, although I'm not really that worried about it. It's not anything to be too worried about. But anyways, yeah, I'm not used to that. I'm used to having as much time as I want pretty much to do a layout, and that's not really the case right now. So I'll try to be conscious of the time and keep this under an hour, maybe around 40 minutes. And I didn't really have anything special or particular come through ahead of this reading other than one thing, which is special. I don't know why I'm saying it's not, because it is. So it's the idea of kind of joking around and like having a relationship in your life that you really love each other's humor, or you just, I was about to say you get off on each other. So I don't know, maybe that's true. But lots of like joking banter, like you have a really good rapport with someone, and there's just a lot of like when you see them, you pick up where you left off, it clicks, you're joking around, there's just a good vibe going. And one of the stories that kept running through my head is a person in my life that's like that I feel like has a really good sense of humor, and we've had good times together. We haven't hung out a ton, but we've had some good times. And this person was messaging me about wanting to put in a pool in their backyard, like if they could. And where I live, it's not, pools are not super common. It's not like California or Florida where a lot of places have pools, because it doesn't get that hot for most of the year. But, you know, I love pools. Like, I love swimming. I'm a complete water baby. I'm obsessed with swimming, so I would love to have a pool. And I don't remember why this person brought up joking around with me. I think it was because we were talking about investing money or something, or investing in things, and this person was joking around and invited me to invest in helping them put a pool in their backyard. And I'm sorry. And then, like, without missing a beat, I was like, sure, I can do that. And then I was sending them back messages of like pictures of those kind of white trash, like above ground pools that are just, and whatever, I'm not trying, if I had kids and a limited income and my kids wanted an above ground pool, I'm not above that, but I hate above ground pools. I think they're ugly. They're eyesores. And so I was, you know, just like that, was like, sure, I'll help you put a pool in your backyard, and then texted some pictures of really trashy, like janky looking above ground pools. And it's something like that. Like there's a good way of making each other laugh, or, you know, you can follow each other's timing for joking, and whatever that means to someone. It's here. So let's just find out now what's going on. What's a collective message for this reading today? We're just come through the full moon. I think it was a full moon in Sagittarius. I love Sag. I have every time I'm like, oh my God, I love that person, I want to make friends with them, I end up finding out they're a Sag, right? Like, I just love Sagittarian energy. And I'm a fire sign too, so maybe I like other fire signs. That could be. But yeah, full moon in Sag. I didn't track a ton of how it was impacting me, but it might come out in this reading. We'll see. Oh, there was a song. There was a song that came through too, by Kid Cudi. I can't think of the name of the song, but it's about it's about the moon. He raps and sings a lot about the moon, and it's something about him like being a werewolf basically in the moon, and seeking out his partner to help him heal from the sort of beast within. So there's something about that song too. If you know the name, I'll put the name in the comments once I'm done recording, because it came through on my walk earlier. What do we need to know for this layout today? Chinga la migra. Also, just for what it's worth. Fuck ice. Wow, kind of intense energy. I don't know what this means. This could mean a lot of different things, so we're probably going to have to pull some clarifiers here. But we've got two feminine energies back to back, two queens, a Queen of Cups and a Queen of Wands, a Ten of Wands and the World. So this could be, I don't know. I'm going to keep, we've got a Three of Cups here in the vulnerability position, so there might be a concern about your place in a group or in a triangle. It can be a literal triangle, or it could also be a group. You're concerned about your place in it, whether you're accepted or not. The Magician card is at the very center of the reading, so manifestation or else a literal magus, magician type figure. In the Strengths position is the Three of Pentacles. So finding people that you're building with here. You're processing some negative news that you heard, or some information or some truths. But it's in the shadow position, so it actually might not be truth. Yeah, this is mysterious. This is a very mysterious layout already, like right off the bat. But it strikes me as making a decision about who you're going to be building with in the future, because you've got a new beginning on the horizon here with this Fool card and also this World card in the Facts position. There's some kind of new era and new beginning and a death of the old way. It's about to happen. It's about to go down. Like, it's going down. This is important. This is something that you've met. That's all come flooding in. Okay, this is something that you've manifested. It's a new beginning. But you've been really pressed about something, making decisions. This is a theme that's been coming through a lot, about a new start, a new beginning, a major change to the old order. And you've been trying to figure out who you're going to be working with. I don't know who these two queens are, if you're trying to choose between two different feminines, or if these are different aspects of you. What are these queen cards? What are these two queens? Who are they in this situation? It's kind of mysterious. I think they're two aspects of you, but I don't know. Who are these two queens? There's some incoming communication about these two queens, and it has to do with an apology from a wounded warrior. So you may have been in the position, this may be you here, and you may have been in a position where you were in a relationship with someone who was trying to choose between you and someone else, which is not a very good feeling. I'll just say that. This wounded warrior figure here, maybe gonna send you some communication here soon about the fact that he's been in this dilemma about who he wants to work with, and he wants to work with you, and he's reaching out to apologize about something. I think he wants to work with you. What's the communication coming in? What's the communication? What's the Eight of Wands? What's the Eight of Wands here? He wants to tell you about why something slowed him down or had him stagnate around bringing this whole thing to a completion. There was a period of time where maybe he wasn't moving or he was stuck, because at the bottom of the deck was the Hanged One, and now here we have this Four of Cups. So he may have been like stagnant or acting powerless or feeling powerless and bitter in a circumstance, and he wasn't bringing this uncertainty to a completion. I don't know. This is kind of mysterious, honestly. I'm not... What happened? What is this about? What is this apology that's coming in about these, that has to do with these two queens here? What's the apology or communication? What is the, what happened? Why are they wanting to communicate an apology? That might be what this Knight of Swords is that the apology is going to be bittersweet, right? It might be contain information that you didn't know that's hard to hear at first, but that's attached to an apology. It's kind of, oh, here's this random card facing the wrong way. So high honor in the upright. This person might be trying to fix something and regain your respect here. God, these... Sorry, what's going on with these cards all of a sudden? Why can't... yeah, what's going on? What happened? What are they wanting to apologize about? Love spell on the bottom of the deck. They might have done a love spell on you, and now they want to come tell you they're sorry. I don't know. What happened that they're upsetting? It's like they abandoned you. They're sorry that they abandoned you. This is a love triangle. This person wants to come back and tell you they're sorry. They are sorry that they didn't want to abandon you. They've not been listening or following their life path. I have here in the upright the ancestors. So I feel like this person, this masculine or this loved one, it doesn't have to be masculine, of yours, who's going to come in and make, it's a King of Pentacles here. They were in a lot of emotional pain. They had a lot of inner child wounding to heal, a lot of painful childhood memory type stuff that they never healed. They were trying to suppress. They ran from this connection, but then they did some divination work. I mean, that's interesting. Like, there's an apology here about divination work and a love spell. So what I'm picking up is that this person didn't know how to deal with the connection, but they also, and so they ran from it. They stayed involved with somebody else because it was the safer bet, is what it felt like to them. Or maybe they felt a commitment to this other person, or like they had no choice but to stay with them for whatever reason. There could have been a child that they had with this person that they didn't really want. That's another thing that's coming through. But I was also picking up on that they weren't healing. They weren't doing the work that they needed to do to heal. Now they are doing that work. But in the meantime, what I'm picking up is that they didn't know how to deal with you, but they also didn't want to lose you. So they may have hired someone to do a love spell on you so that you wouldn't walk away. They didn't want you to walk away from the connection. But they weren't listening to their ancestors. They weren't doing what they needed to do to make this connection a reality. But then they also were doing something like, it's because they were in conflict and they didn't know how to deal with the situation. Either they had a child with someone that they didn't really want to have a child with. But what I'm also for more of you, what I feel like it is that they were in a lot of emotional pain and they weren't doing the inner child work that they needed to do. But they didn't want to lose you, so they were doing things like hire someone to do a love spell on you, maybe, right? They want to come in and tell you about this or apologize. Is that accurate? Like, what is this? How did all these cards get all turned around, too? These are all fucked up. I don't know what's going on. What's this death card and where the energy's heading? It's a changing of the old way. It's shadow work. What's this death card? He's changed, okay? This is the masculine, this King of Pentacles. He was trying to do magic work for some reason. He was trying to practice magic to make his manifestations come true, but it's all coming out in the reverse. It's like, and this is, you know, I'm not trying to knock other practitioners here, because a lot of practitioners make their living doing things like love spells and makeup spells and, you know, things like that. Like, I don't practice that kind of work because I actually don't believe in interfering with someone's free will to choose me or not. I don't do love spells. I don't try to get... I remember one time way in the past when I was going through a breakup and I was sad about it, I did a spell to have that person have a dream about me because I thought maybe if that happened, they would come back. But I didn't try to make the dream be like a love dream where they wanted to come back, just that I would appear in their dream. And I hoped that that would prompt like a discussion, right? But even then I felt weird about it and I decided I'm not going to do that anymore. And this is that. This person might have gotten into doing some spell work because they didn't want to lose you or they're trying to understand the connection, but it went a little beyond, like they feel badly about it for whatever reason. And I mean, I get it because I don't do love spells. I would feel guilty doing a love spell on someone and then I don't want to interfere with someone's will. And that might be what's going on here, is that this person's confused or feels badly about the fact that they were doing magic about this relationship. And that's why the news is going to come in weird. I remember I had a dream at one point, this was a long time ago now, that someone had done a love spell on me. And it was an intense dream. It felt like a real dream, honestly. And I think it was, but it was a dream nevertheless. And in the dream, I had like drifted off to sleep. And this person who I really have been, you know, has been a part of my journey and my spiritual awakening and whatever, was in the dream. And I was so happy and like just my heart was like gushing with love for this person when I'm seeing them. And then before we could talk, they took like a scoop out of my heart and it left a weird feeling. Like I felt it physically in my chest. And it jarred and upset me. And I was like, what are you doing? In the dream, I was like, what are you doing? Like, I felt violated, right? Like, why did you do that? And then I understood what it was, that they were trying to do a love spell on me. And then I was like confused and hurt and torn. And I remember in the dream crying and being like, you don't have to do a love spell. Like, I love you. Like, you didn't have to do this. Like, I want to be with you, right? Like, why are you doing that? But I was very upset in the dream because I felt like it was like taking energy, like harvesting my energy because they wanted my love. But it's like, I already love you. You don't need to resort to these kinds of manipulations. Okay, that's what it is. It's manipulation. And it's like this person maybe sees that now and wants to come and tell you and apologize and say that they were practicing magic on you. It's right here. That's really interesting and not at all what I was expecting to come out. I don't know what it has to do with that good feeling, like the in joke or like the really this. I mean, it doesn't mean that this isn't somebody that you don't connect with. It might be that that's what it is. You have a good connection with this person, so you would be confused, like, why would you do a love spell on me? Because I already want to be with you, right? So that might be why. Is because you feel like you've got a great connection with this person already. What's going on in this situation? Your realness is rare. So you're not someone who's resorting to, I'm going to practice all kinds of magical workings so that people will bow to my will or do what I want or go away or do, like, you don't do that kind of work. Your realness is rare. Are you receiving the same level of devotion that you offer? What is being left out? What is the missing element? In this layout, we don't have any missing elements. They're all present. Fire, water, earth, and air are all present here. The missing element might have been the conversation that this person would learn, like, you don't need to do a love spell, dude. I love you. Stand firm in your center and your truth. There's an ancestral pattern here. Look to your lineage or bloodline, and ancestors came through again. What does this mean about are you receiving the same level of devotion you offer? Maybe that's what that is like, you're like, I was devoted. You didn't need to do this working against me. I don't like you interfering in my energy like that, right? I was already devoted. Maybe that's what that's asking is, do you receive that from this person? You're in your north node and you can see beyond the veil. You are a magus. You're a high priestess. You're this queen of cups. Okay. You're a water Scorpio, right? Like, or Pisces or Cancer, right? You have access to seeing beyond the veil and you're in your north node. Evil eye, but it's in the reverse. Yeah, you're on your path. You're a high priestess. You're a high priestess to this magician. This magician was all messed up about you. I don't know why they were doing spell work against you. Was it them sending you evil eye? No, it's a third party. It's a third party that's sending you evil eye, but it's here in the reverse, so they might have fucked up their own game is what it's looking like here. This person that, yeah, this karmic feminine messed up her own situation by sending you evil eye. In fact, that might also be what's going on, is that this person was practicing spell work against this masculine. And that's where all the spell work is that she was practicing, and now this masculine's going to come tell you. It's going to be different for different people. So, what else do you need to know? What else do you need to know? What else do you need to know here? When this apology comes in and communication about these feminine energies, one of these, this other feminine is a karmic feminine that was sending you evil eye. She might have, she's all fucked up now though. That's what's going on, is the sense that I have. But she might have been practicing magic against this masculine as well. The star, there's hope. Okay, there's hope in this equation for you and this masculine if you want to be with this masculine. Yeah, he's not in devil energy anymore. He wants to come tell you the truth, okay? Can you trust him? He's been in a really dark place. He's been in a very difficult position because the Hanged Man is here again twice, but he's been learning in the stillness and in that stagnant energy where he was stuck with this karmic feminine. There's been a learning process. There was something kind of shady and stuff going on about money and about opportunity and about this Jezebel trying to interfere in this connection and block something or steal money or whatever. I don't know what's going on. Now there's this other queen here, a Queen of Pentacles. So this masculine might have been kind of a player. Like, let me ask the question again. Can you trust this masculine? Is the apology that they're going to be showing up with sincere? Like, what's going on with that? Knight of Pentacles, which it's taken a while. It's taken quite a while. That explains that expectation and waiting card. Yeah, it's good news and it's sincere. There's nothing negative here. They're going to come in and make an offer to you with this Ace of Pentacles that they want this new start. They see you for who you are, that you're a high priestess. They've been working. They've been working towards you. They've been working their way back to you, babe. With a burning love inside. That's what's going on. That's what these cards are saying right here. That just came through. That's funny. Yeah, he's not going to keep it a secret anymore. He wants to tell you the truth about how he feels. He doesn't want you to be single anymore. He wants to come in and tell you the truth. He would like to be with you. He's not stuck anymore. He's not trapped in this situation anymore. I don't know where the magic is coming from. He wants to work with you. He doesn't want to work with this Jezebel anymore. The Tower. There's something that went down. Yeah, the Tower in having all this choice, or maybe in debauchery and indulgence is kind of coming through here a little bit with this Jezebel energy. Yeah, there's healing though now. They're not stuck in that kind of Jezebel debauch type energy of dark. The Empress. Yeah, that's what it is. That's what's going on. This person was with another person. What do you have to look forward to now? What are some final messages? Because I got to remember to keep this short since my family member is coming over. I've got a family member coming over. What are some final messages about this situation? There was definitely magic involved here. What do we need to know about this situation? The Goat and Willow, overcoming obstacles. Just like we said, he's not stuck anymore. He's overcome obstacles. Upright. This goat is the symbol of balance, jumping with ceaseless energy, perching easily on even the narrowest footholds. Its vitality and grace are enviable. The willow is a symbol of mourning, often appearing on gravestones. In Greek mythology, willows are said to mark the entrance of the underworld. When combined, the goat and willow show us that there may be losses to suffer, but we can overcome them with renewed energy and the right balance. A recent loss may have you feeling down, or a new unfortunate obstacle may have appeared in your path. Realign yourself with your goals to regain control of the situation. Interesting. How can I achieve balance in my life? The squirrel and chestnut in the reverse. Preparation. To ensure sustenance through the winter, the squirrel buries its nuts, hiding them from other squirrels and predators. Chestnuts, small nuts that grow into large productive trees, are symbols of abundance. Together, the squirrel and chestnut reminds that careful preparation will often yield riches. Prepare for the winter ahead. While fun and games are necessary parts of life, don't become so distracted that you forget to provide for yourself. Well, that's interesting. I'm confused by this message again now. I don't know what the hell's going on. The eel and iris, safety in the upright. I guess what it's saying is that it's complicated. The situation is complicated. There's going to be a little bit of hard news to take in. That came through right at the beginning. And you're going to find out maybe some of what that is that's a little hard to adjust to with this death card. But it's bringing in a new beginning. Safety in the upright. Eels are furtive creatures, often burying themselves in the murky depths. The idiom slippery as an eel refers to the eel's ability to escape harm. The iris is the tall, hardy flower from which the fleur-de-lis, a medieval symbol of power and victory, is derived. Together, the stealthy eel and the mighty iris indicate safety in our homes, relationships, and work. Now is a good time to establish healthy boundaries. If others take offense, do not fret over their reactions. Stand firm in your power like the iris. I don't know what this means. This person's going to come back around and make an apology. I don't understand why you're needing to have boundaries if this person's being sincere. Maybe they still have work to do? I don't really know. Like, this is confusing to me. I'm going to pull just some more of these kipperish to just see, like, what? Like, what's some advice? Do you need to protect yourself, or do you need to just be discerning? What am I missing? Like, why am I not understanding this? Yeah, love offer, faith, manipulation, travel, this person lost faith in you. They didn't make a love offer for you. They were being manipulated. But now they're traveling away from the abuse. So maybe that's what it is that you're going to find out some kind of dark truths here about some stuff that was happening. That's not to say that you don't have reason to celebrate. I don't know what the truths are. I'm not going to get to the bottom of what they are because it's going to be different for everyone. But this person's going to show up. They love you. They want to build with you. They're going to communicate that to you. But you're also going to find out some hardcore shit. Maybe that somebody was practicing black magic against you, or something more nefarious, like stalking you or having it out for you, putting a contract on you. I don't know, right? It could be any number of things. It's news that's going to be hard to take in, that's going to make you feel like, fuck, do I need to protect myself? Like, what's going on here? What it's saying is that you're safe. You just need to prepare for some weird times, because maybe this Jezebel's not done. Maybe she's going to continue trying to do workings against you. If that's the case, You don't have anything to worry about though, because you're a high priestess. It came out here twice, so just do what you need to do to protect your energy. And know that the good times and the good vibe that you have with this masculine is real. It's coming back around for another opportunity, and you're going to have choices. You're just going to really need to make sure you protect yourself, because this Jezebel or whoever was involved, who was doing a lot of black magic here or dark workings, is not done. This is the same message, similar to one that came through in one of my last readings. So that is everything. I'm going to go ahead and wrap this reading up for today. And I'll see you tomorrow, where I try to do an upload plus a live layout for Friday night. I like doing live readings. So I'll see you next time, and thanks for being here.